What is going on, guys, and welcome to my 50,000 subscriber special, which is actually really amazing to think that 50,000 of you people have actually tried to help me or support me at any time during my whole career over on YouTube. So for 50,000 people, we've had loads of ideas, like on Twitter, me and a few other guys have been thinking different things that we could do for 50,000 subscribers. Because it is a huge milestone, it's unreal, because 50,000 to me is massive. It's absolutely huge, and I think 50,000 to anyone is pretty huge. It's something you never take for granted. It's something you always look back to and think, wow, like, I can't believe I've actually made this here. So a couple of ideas that me and the guys actually thought of was 50,000, because it's such a huge milestone, we want something to commemorate it. So we had different ideas. We were going to have like a Rust kind of episode that would be good for it. But I felt that that would just be something that's fairly similar to the channel. I wanted something a bit different. We also thought of trying to get in some clothing as well. A really good idea that we thought of, I don't know if you guys really wanted the idea, but quite a few of you did, was that we were going to go and buy a load of hoodies or buy some t-shirts and get them branded with some Oblivion on it, and also different slogans as well, which would be pretty cool. I want to massively shout out to Jack Banks, who's been helping out hugely over in Australia. So when I've been sleeping, he's been emailing me different designs and different things for the t-shirts, and they're really cool, and a massive thank you to Jack for that. But what I came down to at the end of the day was I thought the t-shirts and the clothing is something we can do long term, something that you guys can appreciate in the long term. But instead what I've gone for is, because I'm going snowboarding on the 3rd of February, I was thinking, because my board, actually I'll show you the board and they'll be much easier to describe that way. So this board, my girlfriend got me for Christmas, and it's amazing. Like, it's a really cool board. It's perfect, obviously, for what I want to be doing with it. But if you notice this huge section here, so here is the front end of the board, and obviously the back end and during the middle, there's different styles on it, which is pretty cool actually, to be honest. But this one was a bit blank, so I was thinking, well, what can we do to kind of fill this in? So I asked quite a few of you, well, actually asked all of you, if you saw the video, like after the video, to leave a comment of something that you would like to put on an item, and this was going to be the item. All of the comments were going to be on here, and different kind of milestones would be on there as well. So the nice thing about it would have been I'd have all your comments on here for when I go snowboarding, and also they'd be on here indefinitely, because this snowboard, once I actually get all the prints put on it, it would just be kept forever. I mean, I would never get rid of this board anyways, because obviously it's my first snowboard and I don't want to get rid of it. It's also from my girlfriend and she'd kill me. But I think just having like all the comments that you guys leave, whether it's bad or good, there are some pretty edgy ones in there as well. You know who's done it. If you go and see them, there's some fairly edgy ones. But it would have been quite nice to have it all over this. But I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I started getting all the comments. I started getting everything that was required for the snowboard. I just couldn't put together this like final image I wanted. It just looked shit. I mean, I was on like Microsoft Paint trying to make this like snowboard design and send it off to a bloke who like put all of these vinyls on my car. And at the end of the day, I just couldn't get it to look right. It was looking really pathetic. I mean, I was going to have like I would have Oblivion here, like OblivionHD, and then loads of comments, but then it just didn't look right. It just looked a bit kind of just chucked onto it. So there's like a huge thing for this is, if you want to design something that can go on the board, absolutely go for it. I'll leave my Twitter after the video in the end, and I'll also leave it beneath the video as well. So you guys can send me a picture that you want me to put on there. If you want to draw my Rust character, you go for it, you know, absolutely go for it, go nuts. Lose yourself in whatever you want to make, as long as it's not too offensive. But no, so that would have been a really nice idea, but I haven't got round to it, and snowboarding is coming up very, very soon. So pretty much apart from that, I just want to thank absolutely every single one of you that have contributed to the channel, whether you've left likes, whether you've left comments, whether you've shared it on Twitter, whether you told your friends. Absolutely everything that you guys have done is what makes this worth doing. It's amazing that I can say that this is my job, and it's amazing that even though I went to university and did really well there, I was able to do the dream job that I wanted before I even went to university. So kind of the background to starting YouTube was I used to play sport a lot. I used to love sport. I used to be heavily involved in sport. It was great, but it just wasn't good for me at the end of the day. So I ended up quitting a couple of years ago and just being like, you know what, I can't play competitive sport anymore because it was just draining me as a person. So, you know what, I gave it up. I went and bought a computer, I got it financed, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try and start making videos. And I made so many videos, like I was making 3 videos a day on League of Legends, And I was loving it. I mean, absolutely loving it. The editing was great. I would literally be like, right, play the game, edit it. The editing was so bad as well. Like, you have to go back and see them if you haven't seen them. They're just awful. They're really bad. If you guys are starting YouTube and you want to see some really bad videos, you definitely need to go see these ones. So kind of like the milestones up to this, I started, I think it was the 26th or 23rd of March in 2015. And then like, I think we got to October and I got 100 subscribers. I remember like people have asked me, how do you get loads of subscribers? Because they don't feel their work's being appreciated. But when I talk to them, I say, you know, you've got like 400, 500, you know, ample amounts of subscribers and you've made like 30 or 20 odd videos. I say that's huge, like 20 or 30 videos and getting 500 subs is a massive milestone. Like, I made my 100th video before I even made 100 subscribers. And then by like my 120th video, I was at 1,000 subscribers. Because I just managed to get quite lucky with one video. I made the video, the funniest rush raid ever. And to this day, it is still my most viewed video with over 250,000 views. And I always say to people that if you are looking to start YouTube, you've got to keep in the back of your mind that it may never take off. It may never take off. But if you persistently work and you really, really want your dream, no matter what it is, whether it's YouTube or anything in your life, if you really work for it, you can get far in it. You might not reach the top, but you can do really well and get really far. And that's what I've been doing this whole time. I remember when I was making videos and I was still working at really bad jobs, still trying to be self-employed and still trying to figure out what I was going to do in life. Like, my whole career was pretty much based around being a sports therapist. And then I just couldn't get that feeling that being a sports therapist might not be exactly what I wanted. Being a physio might not be what I wanted. I had a lot of rejections with jobs. And I had a lot of rejections when it came to applications for different universities. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to beat around the bush. When I left university, I got a first, and that's the highest you can get at university. I was told the whole time that getting a first is the best thing in the world if you want to move up in the world. Because I wanted to basically go from being a sports therapist to get a master's in physio. I wanted to go and work for Arsenal Football Club. Like, that would have been amazing for me if I could have done my dream job, which would have been to work for Arsenal Football Club as a sports therapist, as a physio, working with a team and going away abroad. Like, that would have been absolutely amazing. But what I figured out was, over time, being a sports therapist wasn't what it was cut out to be. I had a lot of rejections in jobs. I had a lot of problems going to job interviews because a lot of people didn't recognize sports therapy as an actual career. So I was rejected from loads of places. I worked so many shitty jobs that it wasn't even nice for me. Like, the amount of times I'd come back and just be thinking of the next best thing I could do. You know, I've been fired from a job, I've left the job, and I was sick of it. That's why I started the videos. The videos made something for me. I was really enjoying it. I was passionate about it. I was uploading daily. I was trying to get out videos when I can. And it was just really nice to see where it was going. It was really nice when I started to get noticed in game. And to this day, it's completely changed what I wanted to do as a physio to going back to what I wanted to do when I was watching people like KSI making videos and everyone else that was literally doing the YouTube scene. So basically, where are we going to go with the channel? We have got so many different avenues to go down, and I'm really happy that I have a really good group of supporters and subscribers actually watching my videos and helping me out on the social media as well. Because without you guys, like YouTubers like me and other people down the line, we wouldn't be getting to these positions where we can actually expand ourselves into different games. I mean, like, what I want to do is, as you can see, I've basically got you on an amazing camera at the moment. It's a G7X, Canon G7X, and this is going to be for like video logging. Obviously, I'm not going to do video logging all the time because that's not the majority of what people watch me for. But it is something that I can do, like, on the daily or something like that when I go abroad. So without going too far into it, I just want to say absolutely thank you to everyone, because this is because of you. Whether you've liked it, hated it, or just generally called me a bellend, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, this is what the outcome has been. And I'm so grateful to anyone that has stopped by, said anything, left anything, and tried to help me with this YouTube. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. I kind of feel the people that watch these kind of videos are the ones that really like to support the channel because they like to see what's actually going on behind the scenes. So massive thank you for you guys, and I will see all you guys in the next video.